Hey guys, I wanted to share with you how I label and how I log my classroom library books. I use Google Sheets, and across the bottom you can see that I have multiple tabs for the way that I organize all of my books. And then within each tab is even more organization. So here you can see these are my chapter books. I have Magic Tree House, and I have those in order by the number, and you can see that I'm missing some. Then I have Emily Winsnap, Junie B. Jones, and then you can just see the different chapter books that I have. And then, of course, I do have some that don't fall under any other category because I don't have multiple of them, so I just have other titles. And then within other tabs, I also have the same type of system going on there. So as you can see through the different tabs that I have, I do have the first column, or excuse me, the first row is the same across all of them. And it says book title, reading level, DRA level, Fountas and Pinnell, and AR quiz number. And then, of course, AR points. And you can see that I kind of gotten lazy and missed some of them. Okay, so you can see when I scroll down that all of the first row is frozen, and how you do that is you click on it to highlight the whole row, and you're going to come up here to view and freeze one row. So I'm going to unfreeze it so you can see. Excuse the noise in the background, my daughter is in my room. So you can see when I unfreeze it that it's no longer there. So I'm going to go back and freeze it so it's the way I want it. You can freeze more than one row, but I just have one row frozen. So also what I do is I also have them in number order if they have a number, but then they're also in alphabetical order. So let's go right here. So let's move, I'm going to move this one, and then I'm going to move this one completely out of order. Okay, so I've got them completely out of order so that you can see it do its thing. Okay, so then you're going to select just like you did that first row, but you're going to go over here to data. You're going to sort the range by column A. So this is column A right here, book titles column A, and it's going to do it from alphabetical order A to Z. And the reason why you want to grab the whole row is so that all this information that I have gathered sticks with that row. So whatever's on row 65 here with Flat Stanley, it's going to stay with Flat Stanley. So I'm going to click it, and it's going to automatically make everything go into alphabetical order. So when you have multiple things on one sheet, you want to make sure that you do it by section. So I'm not going to go here and make everything alphabetical order. I'm going to do each individual section. Okay, so where I get the AR quiz number, of course, I go to arbookfinder.com. I don't have to log in for anything. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to copy all of this except for the number. And so what I do is I normally put the book title in first, and then I come over here and I paste it in. I paste it in, and then it's going to come up with the book. And so then I'm going to take the AR book number, and then I'm going to note that the reading level is 2.6. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to paste it. It's already there, so I don't have to worry about that. But that's where I get that information. So then I put the reading level in. For the DRA and the Fountas and Pinnell, I do have a chart that correlates them, but that is at school, and I just finished doing the last of my chapter books. For some reason, when I sat over one summer to do all this, I missed my chapter books. So that's what I've been working on, plus the books that I got over this summer. I also logged those as well. So okay, so I'm going to show you how I label the books. I started using green washi tape, and I ran out. I couldn't find any more of the green washi tape that I liked. I like the solid colors. So I ended up just getting some green painter's tape. You can use whatever color you want. I just used green, and then I wanted to make sure that they were all the same color, because when I introduced the system to my kids, I always tell them to look for the green tape at the top, and then they would know if it's an AR book or not. That way they're not searching through the AR system and getting frustrated because they can't find it. So it helps to show that that this does have an AR test. Not saying that they can only read books that have AR test on them, but it just helps them realize, oh, okay, this is just for fun. I'm not going to be able to take a test for it. And that's one of the reasons why I implemented this system, is so that they could just type in the number and not have to worry about typing in the whole title. Sometimes students don't put enough spaces in them. Sometimes students put too many spaces in them. And then you also have those books that actually have the same title as another book, and it's hard to find the test of the book that you're looking for. So I did this system to make it much easier for the students. And so I have, like I said, washi tape or painter's tape, and then I have some packing tape over that to help keep it down, and to help the number from rubbing off, because I have done it before where I just stuck it on there, because I found that the book was a test, that either it was a brand new book I had put in my collection, or it was one that got missed, and I just threw some painter's tape on it and it did come off eventually. So the packing tape does help with that. And then if you notice down here at the bottom, this one's not labeled because this is a new book and I haven't brought these labels home yet. These are at my classroom, but that is going to be my next step to do. So this I bought on Teacher Pay Teacher. Technically, this is for book box labels, but what I did to make them this small was I just printed. So usually you can print like multiple pages on the document to one page, and so that's what I did for this. So I've learned to use a little bit of glue from Stick Glue to kind of put the label down first before I put the tape on there, because I was trying to put the label on and then tape over it, but for some reason it like wants to start static clinging to it, and so then it moves around and doesn't go where I want it to go. And then also I leave a little space between the label and the bottom, that way like I can make sure to get tape on all around the edges. Okay, so if you're interested in the labels, they are not my personal TPT, but I will link below to the link for the labels here. And then, like I said, this is just painter's tape or washi tape. I prefer washi because it is a little bit thinner. It's not as thick. And then packing tape. And then if you have any questions, just let me know. If you're interested to see more videos like this, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you hit the subscribe button. There's also a bell button so you can be notified of my future uploads. Thanks, guys. Enjoy.